So I will sit down and talk with you about your progress, answer questions. I will take notes during these little meetings, and you will get a grade for how prepared you are, how well you've been working. Okay, those grades are non-refundable. If you come in and say I didn't do anything, your conferencing grade is going to reflect that.
When are you doing that for us who are gone Thursday, Friday?
It'll have to be Wednesday. That just means sometime before the end of the week, you will have a conferencing grade. Okay? But now that I say that, you are responsible for making sure we get time to do that. So if you're going to be gone, say you're going to be gone the rest of the week, then you need to make sure you say, Mrs. Underwood, we have to conference today because I won't be here the rest of the week. This week doesn't matter because we don't have a conferencing grade, but the next 3 weeks, you have to make sure that happens.
Okay. So like, since me and Wiggs will go on that trip, and Josh will too, we'll have to do the conference.
On Wednesday, because I won't be here Thursday.
We only got
Okay?
the end of this week.
Now we go to April 16th to 22nd, and I want to show you the calendar on this so as not to cause hate and discontent. So I know that your senior trip is the 13th to the 17th. You will notice on this week that it goes from Monday to Sunday. Those of you who are going on the trip, when you get back, you're going to have work to do. Okay?
Going on a trip in your favorite rocket ship.
So,
Flying through the skies.
so you have an assignment due on the 13th, which I know that if you're going on the trip, you won't be here. So that means you have to have it done before you leave.
And if you're in track, it'd be the day before.
And if you're in track, probably.
Oh my God!
That's Sunday too. So you have to have it done on Wednesday.
Life sucks.
But then you don't have another assignment due until the following Friday.
Yeah. Like I did.
By which time,
We still
We have
have
to do the next one.
by which time, you have to have all 4 source cards done for your next research cover page. So if you're going to be in school, you're going to have that whole week to do it.
That's
I'll
basically
do
like the
that.
same
But
thing
if-
like the week before.
But it ain't that bad. All you gotta do is a
Checks.
theme and a cover page. And then the 2 source cards. The
Okay.
source cards will be worse.
George's.
You make it sound real easy.
Well, you gotta think positive thoughts. 'cause
Okay,
you
and then
gotta
on
learn to get-
Sunday at midnight, your second research cover page is due. Okay, so if you guys who are going to be here all week, you can probably get your source cards and research cover pages all done by Friday and have no homework that
So
weekend.
RCP is research cover page.
Yep. Okay, then we go to April 23rd to 27th, which this is the week of prom.
Wait, what about that one where it's after
What?
that Sunday? It says conferencing by the end of the week. So
So
Is
we'll
it that
conference this week during one of
Okay,
these 3
yes.
days right here.
it says it's after that Sunday.
And also, this day is district music.
No, I'm not there.
Dang.
There.
This
Oh,
is
God.
track.
I'm pretty sure
Wait, what's the track? 19?
19th,
Oh my
Track,
goodness. We get back
conference
like
music, or
Wednesday
district
morning.
music.
So we don't have track meets till the 12th or the 19th.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think they
And
did
then
that on
Friday,
purpose.
Wednesday. Okay, so now I'm on the 23rd. On Monday, you're going to show me 2 sources that you've located for your essay. And on Thursday or Wednesday, you're going to show me 2 more sources for your essay.
What if they?
And by Friday, you're going to have a draft of your group's visual aid ready to go.
What's the sources for our SAP or books?
Yeah, but you're going to have to fill out something kind of like
Would
this.
they be like our source card?
So some of the things that you do in your other research may work for your essay, but it's not all going to
Okay.
match perfectly. You'll understand that when we get down to the essay description a little bit.
All right.
Okay, April 30th to May 3rd, right here. May 4th, this Friday, is the day of your presentations to the board of individuals from the community who will be coming in to evaluate you.
So we're actually having people actually come and see this.
Yes, this is a like suit and tie.
Oh
You're
Oh
gonna-
my gosh!
You're going to be evaluated on your presentation as well as the knowledge and proposal that you have created.
What if we're sick that day?
Okay? Don't. If you have a dentist appointment scheduled or a haircut, reschedule it. If you're not
I'll
here,
schedule. What if I have a birthday?
okay.
Yeah, what
My
if
birthday's the next day.
What
I'm
if
gonna
it's
take
his
off Friday.
birthday?
So on May 2nd, which is Wednesday that week, your final essay is due.
Alright.
On the 4th, your final visual aid and group proposal are due because you'll be presenting them.
Then 7th
Then the 7th, the next week, you just have a couple days in school. There's 2 reflection assignments, one on this project and one on your
Essay.
when
pay it forward project
what day is
from
this?
the care packages.
Oh.
And then on the 7th, also your English portfolio is due, which the assignment
We get out
Requirements
Tuesday the 8th.
Oh my
for
god.
that are in Schoology. I will show you.
When's book
Not stop
reflections
the
day?
payment so little time.
Book reflections. Let's say those are due on the 4th also.
Alright.
I have to have your stuff graded before.
Can we just have the 8th?
No.
Before we leave school.
Hey, okay, I have a question because I'm a mean guy.
Go
No,
crazy,
because
fall
I have to
asleep.
grade this stuff before. I have to have it all graded by Friday so I can tell Mr. Beck whether or not you get a diploma or not on Saturday.
Hey, okay, what happened? Okay, we got a 0 for our final. What did you do?
We don't
You
have
will
a
not
final.
pass.
Isn't
Yeah, you do.
this is our
This
final?
is
Okay.
our final.
Your essay is counting in your final, so your F2 category, and your quarter 4.
Oh, what?
Yeah, it's
Okay, so let me tell you about
90% of our grade.
let me tell you about your quarter 4 grade
I didn't
book.
know that.
You have a vocab word or 2 maybe. You have your Anthem study guide. You have 2 research cover pages, 8 source cards. So we're up to 12.
Are they all like it?
12 assignments. Your essay, 13 assignments. Your portfolio, book reflections, and reflection, 16, 17. That's all your assignments. That's it.
How many points is it
Are
total?
they all gonna be academic achievements though?
The source cards are practice. The research cover pages are quizzes.
And
The essay,
is that
portfolio, some of it will be quiz, most of it will be achievement on varying point levels.
I hate this shit.
If you do not do something like the essay, the group report, those things are like non-negotiable. You have to do them. And you have to do them well. Or else you get an incomplete for English and you don't get a diploma.
We can't just do it all.
No.
Okay.
And I have had on several occasions people have to come back to school the week after graduation and finish things up or redo a couple things
Probably gonna be me.
Mike, my
so
brother.
that
All 5
they
of us.
so that they can get their diploma the next week.
And we don't take
So
a
it's not a big deal. I mean, nobody needs your diploma the first week you graduate anyway.
It
So
looks good getting it signed though.
well, you'll get it signed. Maybe it just won't be after graduation. You can
I was
leave
the
right
same with my
away.
brother. He didn't get his sign until after graduation.
Okay, so
I don't want to do that.
in
I just
this
don't have my
folder
dad.
right here
Yeah,
that says end of year stuff, there is the assignment for your portfolio with the rubric. Here's the directions for your portfolio. Here's an example of what a portfolio cover letter might
Okay,
look
so
like.
wait, what's portfolio? Is that for the
You'll-
Yeah, what is
or is that just for just what we've
This
all
is for
done?
your life in English.
So our
These
4 years.
things.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure so we don't.
Oh.
I was like, because it
Yeah.
sounded like.
So those of you who've thrown stuff away are gonna have a lot rougher go with this. So here is what you have to do for your portfolio. All of these things have to be included. Then you write some reflections and a cover page, and then you hand it in, and I will give it back to you. At graduation.
Can something funny be like something I accidentally failed on?
Yeah, that's gonna be my opinion.
Okay.
I pretty much failed everything.
Okay, turn the page.
Oh, this
There's
is
another page.
Oh yeah, there's 2 more pages,
Oh, no, that's okay. That's
Directions.
right?
Oh,
Directions.
to 3.
Okay.
Up to.
Okay, so here's the directions for your essay. This is not your group report, this is your essay. The focus of your essay is how have dystopian authors accurately reflected potential changes to the social norms of the United States and the world. Okay, it's going to be a research analysis conforming to APA standards. It will be 4 to 5 pages. It might be on the low side. I don't really know. I've never had one this short. So you'll have an introduction, with an attention getter, thesis, and preview, just like every essay you've ever written. Then, in the number 2, this is the meat and potatoes of this essay. You're going to identify a theme from dystopian literature. In a perfect world, you would pick a theme that was present in at least 2 of the books that you read.
Would Utopia be a theme?
Okay, so you have read The Giver, Anthem, I Will Count Lord of the Flies, plus you all should have read another book. Okay? So here are some ideas that the other class came up with yesterday of some themes from the novels that they have read. Okay, media and propaganda and censorship. Emotional control, where the government regulates how people feel emotions and kind of takes into effect the issue of love, where love isn't really a thing anymore. Population control, allowing a certain number of babies to be born every year. Regulating conception and euthanizing people who don't fall into certain birthing requirements. Racial equality or inequality. Most of the books that we read, or the 2 books that we read, we have no idea if there's race or not.
Yes.
It's completely
Non-racist.
eliminated. Consumerism. This is an issue of how much goods and services people consume. And your books don't have a lot of that as much as some other ones. Materialism, family and marriage and kids, social classes, the idea of euthanization, which The Giver definitely has, some of your other books may have. Okay, what are the living conditions like?
Terrible.
Has technology regressed or progressed? Is there genetic modification? Is there pollution or conservation of natural resources? Do natural resources even exist anymore? Are there forests? Are there lakes? Are there rivers?
Really should.
How do people get their jobs? How does the economy run? Do people make money? What kind of jobs do they have, or how do they get their jobs? And that kind of relates into education. Is it a free and equal education world like we have? Does the government control it? How is the issue of military and war handled? Does it exist? Is it encouraged? And has language evolved or devolved? Like in The Giver, you could say maybe it's evolved because they have a really strict focus on language.
So we just pick
What
one
class
that-
do you go to next?
Miss Case.
Okay, just stay here for a second.
But we just pick one, right? We don't have to talk about all of them.
You're going to choose one. You're going to summarize how that theme is presented in the books, and you're going to use evidence from at least 2 different books. Then you're going to do research. What real life events led to this thing being brought up in the book? And when you can, you're going to cite the author's comments. Yes.
How can we choose one thing? Like 2 of my books are like complete opposites.
I
so-
bet they have some similarities.
One
We're
of them
gonna
there is like no society at all. Everything's just blown up. And there's, like,
We're going to
nothing
talk about this
it, you know,
next
that's,
week
like,
during your
utopia.
conferencing grade. But the issue is none of these books are utopias because in the end, someone digresses from society and reveals the problems with this perceived utopia.
Yeah, they go back to like how they were living.
Yes. Okay, you're going to include research from around the globe. Like, for instance, for The Giver, you're going to look up information about Lois Lowry,
Where she was.
comments that she made about why she wrote The Giver. And if you can't find anything that she said, you're going to make a judgment. So what thing had happened in the 20 or 30 years before she wrote this book that may have made her go, wow, we should just get rid of that and write this book? Okay, and then number 3, how has this theme been addressed in society around the world? So let's say you choose the population control. Are there countries or groups of people who have enforced population control?
China.
Absolutely. The issue of marriage and family. In many cultures around the world, arranged marriages are still the most popular way to choose a mate. In fact, the United States probably is one of the few countries in the world that really don't have arranged marriage. They have free choice. And what has that done for us? Well, we have the leading divorce rate in the world.
Right.
We have the highest number of children living in poverty and without two-parent homes in the world. So how effective is free choice when it comes to marriage? And then how has the U.S. addressed the issue? So if you're doing population control, you would say the U.S. has nothing to do with population
we ain't
control.
doing nothing.
They would never. In fact, even the issue of abortion is such a big deal because the United States values life over almost any other option.
Well,
That's what we do.
why do you think?
Okay.
Do you think we should have abortion?
No, that's not what you're saying.
Anyways.
On the other things on this list are things that we've already talked about your group proposal, the visual aid, the participation that each of you has to have an active role in your, and then there's some things about grading. Okay, so don't lose this. You need to have this.
Do you have another APA citation deal?
I will find out.
Because I lost mine.
I still got
That orange paper.
Yeah, and then the white one you had with it too, if you have that.
That is going to be a lot of work.